Number 2, the body. The nutriments for the hindrances. At Savatthi, bhikkhus, just as this body, sustained by nutriment, subsists in dependence on nutriment and does not subsist without nutriment. Means the body can stay alive only when you feed it. When you don't feed it, it cannot live. Simple. So too the 5 hindrances sustained by nutriment subsist in dependence on nutriment and do not subsist without nutriment. What are the 5 hindrances? Desire, aversion or ill will, restlessness and remorse, sloth and torpor, and doubt. These are the 5 hindrances. Yeah? So these 5 hindrances, if you feed, the hindrances will live. If you don't feed, they will die. That is what he's saying in the first paragraph. Yeah? Now we're going to talk about these 5 hindrances. This is what you were facing, no? Most of you. Yeah? So let's talk about that. And what, bhikkhus, is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen sensual desire and for the increase and expansion of arisen sensual desire? So what is it that expands the sensual desire in me? There is, bhikkhus, the sign of the beautiful. What is the meaning of sign of the beautiful? Beautiful. So this tanha that you see right on the top has a beautiful version and ugly version, repulsive version. Yeah? You will feel that little tanha first. That is a little sign before it becomes a fully blown thought. We discussed this in the morning. That tanha can be beautiful tanha leading to a pleasant thought. That tanha can be a repulsive tanha leading to a aversion, ill will wala thought. Very simple. Yeah. So there is, bhikkhus, the sign of the beautiful. Frequently giving careless attention to it is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen sensual desire and for the increase and expansion of arisen sensual desire. Means what? What fed it? Careless attention. You didn't pay attention when this tanha started, when the sign of the beautiful started. I didn't pay attention. So what happened? It became a fully blown thought. So careless attention means no attention. Got it? So who is responsible for your thoughts today? Because I did not pay attention. I was careless. If I had been careful about observing that tanha come up, then I wouldn't get lost in so many sensual desires. Yeah? Craving is also a sensual desire. Aversion is also a sensual desire. Yeah? It could be anything because of something you saw, something you tasted, something you heard, something you smelled. It depends whatever took your attention away. Super clear? And what, bhikkhus, is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen ill will and for the increase and expansion of arisen ill will? So what is it that feeds ill will and makes it arise and makes it expand? That is the question. What is it? There is, bhikkhus, the sign of the repulsive. What is the sign of the repulsive? that tanha. Yeah, it comes up. First you have that. Have you started figuring it out? Little bit or not yet? At the sensation level, before it becomes a fully blown thought, have you started figuring out that little sensation? Little more sharpness of awareness, little more. Yeah? What you're doing with Anapana is sharpness of awareness. It's really required if you have not even observed it once in the whole day. Yeah? So come on. Chisel your awareness. Yeah? Pull up your socks. But now I have to get interested in my own mind and I have to meditate. So I'll give you a clue how to read the book. So now when you see the sign of the beautiful, you see the number there? Little number written on top. Yeah, what is the number?
54.
And on the sign of repulsive you see?
55.
Now turn to page, I think 1899. The sign of the beautiful, Shubha Nimitta. Yeah, Nimitta itself means sign. Again I'm using Sanskrit, but in Pali it is Subha. Subha Nimitta. Yeah, so it is a sensually attractive object, particularly an object that arouses sexual desire. Yeah, and again come to 55. Patigha nimitta. It is the sign of the repulsive, is aversion. Patigha is aversion in Pali. So you get it, how to understand when you don't understand what you're reading and it has a little number, you go to the back and find it. Yeah? So most of these cryptic codified things have their answer at the back. Yeah. Okay. So there is bhikkhus, the sign of the repulsive, frequently giving careless attention to it is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen ill will and for the increase and expansion of arisen ill will. Got it? So what is the cause? Careless attention. You are doing your best, you are attentive in meditation, but you're not sharp yet, you're not careful yet. Be a little more careful, you will start noticing this sensation because everybody has practiced Satipatthana. So everybody knows how to identify sensations coming up. Yeah? Be very careful about it. I have to be very attentive to my mind. That is called mindfulness. Not missing it even once. Here, here. I have to remember to be here. I have to remember to be here. Here. Soon it will become a habit pattern, a good habit pattern to be here. And then you will have that straight line of 100% awareness. You understand what I'm saying? Not a blip. Not even a little bit. Yeah? And if I ask you a question, what did I just say? You will be able to tell me the answer. What did I just say? What was the last line? You will be able to tell me the answer. Blip. Are you understanding 100% awareness? The last sentence of the speaker also, if the speaker asks you, what is the question? What did I just say? You will be able to repeat the last sentence. That should be your goal. Nothing less than that, chalega. Nothing less than that. 100% awareness. Got it? Yeah, that is where I have to reach. This should be the goal. Then see, there is nothing in life that you will miss. You will live life 100%. Yeah, then your kids will not say, Mommy doesn't take care of me or Dad doesn't listen to me. All this you will never hear. Yeah. Next. And what, bhikkhus, is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen sloth and torpor, and for the increase and expansion of arisen sloth and torpor? What's the difference between sloth and torpor? Torpor is what you were mostly feeling today. Sleepiness after eating food. Yeah? What is sloth? Laziness. Yeah? Lack of motivation for the mind to do anapana is laziness. Is sloth. Got it? There should not be any lack of motivation. Yeah, even if anapana is boring, I will still do. What is interesting is not missing even a blip in my awareness of the mind. Just being there. Isn't just being there itself challenging enough, fun enough? That itself is enough energy factor for me. Just being there. I will not miss even a second. Yeah? Work on that if that is your issue. And torpor is mostly sleepiness because you had food or whatever. The body has not had enough rest. You've not been sleeping well. You've been in an agitated environment. Body and mind were not relaxed. So first day torpor comes up. Okay? So there are bhikkhus, discontent, lethargy, lazy stretching, drowsiness after meals, sluggishness of the mind. Frequently giving careless attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen sloth and torpor, and for the increase and expansion of arisen sloth and torpor. So what is it? Discontent. You check. Do you have discontent in the mind about something? That could lead to sloth and torpor. Second, lethargy. Yeah? Third, lazy stretching. Chalta hai, ho jayega. Ekta is very lenient. Yeah, just chilling out here. Yeah? You check. Is that? Drowsiness after meals, I understand if it's happening. Yeah, walk a little. It's a beautiful lake. Did you go to the bridge?
Yes.
How can you miss the bridge? It's so beautiful. In the morning or whenever, afternoon, when you're very drowsy, that is the time. Walk all the way till the bridge. Find your way till the bridge. Nobody tell anybody. Find your way to the bridge. Walk all the way to the other side and come back. There's a beach, but it's closed. Yeah, go to the other side, come back. Yeah. And last one is sluggishness of the mind. Yeah, sluggishness of the mind is because of lack of motivation. Yeah, come on, motivate yourself. I don't have to motivate you. You have to motivate yourself. You become interested in your own mind, understanding how your own mind works. Clear? Yeah. Okay. Next. And what, bhikkhus, is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen restlessness and remorse? What is remorse? Guilt. And for the increase and expansion of arisen restlessness and remorse? There is, bhikkhus, unsettledness of mind. Frequently giving careless attention to it is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen restlessness and remorse, and for the increase and expansion of arisen restlessness and remorse. So what is the issue here? Yeah, my mind is not settling only. It's not settling. Again, some or the other thoughts, some or the other sensations, emotions, ideas, concepts. It's not settling down. And I'm just letting it be. I'm not working on it. This is careless attention. You have to work on it. You can't just say, oh, I'm restless. You have to figure it out. What am I supposed to do? Work on tranquility. Yeah, so don't have careless attention on it. Next one. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen doubt and for the increase and expansion of arisen doubt? There are bhikkhus, things that are the basis for doubt. Frequently giving careless attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of unarisen doubt and for the increase and expansion of arisen doubt. What are these things what are the bases of doubt? Yeah, having either doubt on the teaching or on myself, yeah, or on the teacher. Come and talk. If I give it careless attention, no, it's okay, I will not talk about this, I'll not talk about this. What will happen 9 days? Will you be able to meditate? No, this is careless attention. Come and talk. Yeah, it's okay, whatever you're doubted, resolve it, get one way or the other. Super clear? Yeah, not getting one way or the other is careless attention. Yes?
Talk a little bit more about this.
You could have any kinds of doubts, no? There is something or the other which is niggling you, and for example, somebody came today and said Advaita Vedanta says this, Vedic says this, Buddha says this. This was somebody's doubt, and when I clarified it, that yeah, there is a lot in Advaita Vedanta and Vedic that talks about soul and talks about the beginning of creation, end of creation, that talks about God. Any of these philosophical aspects have you seen? Can you experience God? Can you experience soul? Can you experience beginning of creation? Can you experience end of creation? What's the point of talking about all these things? Will these help me get rid of this suffering in my mind? This constant churning of thought is suffering, right? Doesn't matter pleasant thought or unpleasant thought, it's going on and on and on and on and on like a broken record. This is suffering. This is what Buddha called dukkha. He wanted you to get out of this suffering, so he focused on one. Like you choose a discipline, engineering, you focus on engineering. You might be fantastic in biology, you might get 99 and 100, but boss, I want to focus on engineering. He focused on one thing, how to get rid of this churning in the mind. Everything else that was fluff, that did not help me get rid of the churning in the mind, he said these are undeclared points. Undeclared, did you do the Sutta? Ananda Sutta?
Yes.
What is it? What does he say?
That you say this or that.
I'm not on this side, I'm not on that side. Because it's an undeclared point. It's the topic of that section is undeclared points. Yeah, it's no point talking philosophy, he says. Got it? So I help the person come out of his doubt and come to Buddha's understanding. Got it? So if others had this doubt, maybe this has helped you. So get out of doubt. This is the basis, and there can be a million bases of doubt. Yeah, it could be so many different things. So come and talk, that's the only way to get out of it. Yeah, the other way to get out of it is sit and read on your own and figure it out and get out of doubt. Yeah. That's how I have no doubt about these teachings, because they are directed towards my mind. What am I looking for? I am looking for getting out of this pain. Constant, constant, constant. What do you want? Tell me in life. What do you say I want? I want peace. What is peace? Okay. With this on, can I have peace? I want this also and I want peace also. They're exact opposite things. When this settles down, that state is called peace. I want only one formula. Correct? That formula he's given. He said, I want to keep my domain range only this much. I don't want to talk about everything. Specialization. PhD in one topic. अब समझ में आया? Yeah? He's not doing जैसे school में you have all the subjects. He's not interested in that. He's just interested in specialization. So if you're really interested in getting rid of this dukkha, you do this. Got it? If you're interested in other things than getting rid of this, then do other things. Very simple. No doubt there. Yeah. So I'm done with this. Just as this body, bhikkhus, sustained by nutriment, subsists in dependence on nutriment and does not subsist without nutriment, so too the five hindrances sustained by nutriment subsist in dependence on nutriment and do not subsist without nutriment. Means simple. If you give food to this body will live. If you don't give food to this body, it won't live. Like that only, if you give food to the hindrances, they will grow and live. If you don't give food to the hindrances, they will die. Okay. Now the nutriments for the enlightenment factors. That's the part 2 of the same sutta. Bhikkhus, just as this body, sustained by nutriment, subsists in dependence on nutriment and does not subsist without nutriment, so too the 7 factors of enlightenment, sustained by nutriment, subsist in dependence on nutriment and do not subsist without nutriment. It means the same. Yeah? If you feed the body, it lives. Don't feed the body, it dies. Feed the factors of enlightenment, they grow. You don't feed them, they don't grow. Yeah? So you will say, oh, I don't have this factor of enlightenment at all. It's because you've not fed it till today. You have not learnt the skill how to feed it. Got it? It's not that you don't have it. You can develop it. And what, bhikkhus, is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of mindfulness and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of mindfulness? So basically, what is the food? He's asking. That is the question. What is the food for developing the factor of mindfulness? There are, bhikkhus, things that are the basis for the enlightenment factor of mindfulness. Frequently giving attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of mindfulness and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of mindfulness. You see the little number 56 on top of enlightenment factor of mindfulness? Let's go back to that page. Page 1900, you'll see it. 58. The things that become objects of mindfulness. The 4 establishments of mindfulness. What are those 4? Huh? Kayanupasthana, mindfulness of the body. Yeah. Vedananupasthana, mindfulness of sensations. Third, Chittanupasthana, mindfulness of just the mind. And then Dhammanupasthana, mindfulness of the mental contents. You remember all this? We've done this. Yeah? Being mindful all the time. Yeah? So now this means it is Satipatthana, but you're not doing it like you learnt the whole process. Now you're doing it all together. All together, I am mindful about what sensations are arising, what thoughts are there, if there is discomfort in the body, if there is pain in the body, everything I am mindful of together. Got it? Now you're not going like that point by point. You're completely aware together. The more you practice Satipatthana, the sharper your mindfulness becomes. Clear? Yeah. And the 37 aids to enlightenment. That's another long sutta, so we will get there. But in that also, the 4 Kayanupasthana, Vedananupasthana, Chittanupasthana, Dhammanupasthana, those 4 are there in that. Yeah? And the 9 supramundane states. What are those? What are supramundane states? Jhanas. Okay, come back to page 1569 now. Next paragraph. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of discrimination of states or factor of investigation, and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of discrimination of states. So what is the nutrition? What is the food for investigation factor to develop? There are bhikkhus, wholesome and unwholesome states, blamable and blameless states, inferior and superior states, dark and bright states with their counterparts. Frequently giving careful attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of discrimination of states or investigation, and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of discrimination of states or investigation. Do you recognize? Are you attentive? Oh, my mind is going into unwholesome mode now. See, I'm thinking negative. I'm giving attention to negative. And do you withdraw from it immediately when you recognize, or you just go on and on thinking negative, thinking negative? This is called investigation. Not allowing even a moment of negativity. Yeah, you sitting here will keep thinking about some negativity about some person A, and that person A has gone to Hawaii for his Labor Day weekend. He's enjoying. Who's suffering? You. Yeah? So, who's to be blamed? I. So, I have to recognize, oh, negative state. I have to withdraw from it. How do you withdraw? Relax the meninges, smile, come back. That is right effort. Because when you're thinking about somebody, this is very tensed. Are you noticing even now you're trying to listen to me and understand, relax it? Are you noticing? You have to do this again and again and again and again and again. Clear?
An analogy could be Sometimes dogs do this. They have a wound and they keep licking on it. They don't let it heal. They enjoy doing that, and it becomes worse and worse and worse, and the infection gets worse. They almost enjoy the pain by constantly licking on their own wounds.
You do that. You are not ready to let go of dukkha. You yourself hold on to some past event. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago it happened. You're still holding on to things. It's like holding on to hot coals, basically. That's what he's saying. You are burning yourself by still mulling over what happened so many years ago. Who's responsible? Who's to be blamed? Become very aware. Oh, right now my mind is going into negativity. Not worth it. Drop the coal, withdraw, relax, smile. Can anybody else inculcate purity in me? I have to do it. Nobody else can inculcate. Nobody can help me. Is this very clear? So take this up as a vow. I have to be wholesome. For whose sake? My sake.
For a long time, after the first session, I did not understand what Buddha meant by suffering. The word dukkha was like, okay, I understand it, but still somewhere not able to accept. But whether it is pleasant thoughts or unpleasant thoughts, when I started exactly observing, after some time it's a drain. It's like you are running, and then you realize it's not worth it, just leave it. And that, when I see, now I can say what is suffering and what is not suffering.
Beautiful.
And that's
Now this is Vandana's realization. Now nobody can take it away from Vandana. You get it? Till before that, it was Ekta telling you something, Buddha telling you something, but it was still only intellectual for Vandana. Now it has become Vandana's realization. How many of you have really understood this as a realization? Yeah. Even if it is a pleasant thought, it is still suffering. Yeah. Even if you've not understood it, be kind to yourself. Remember the vow? See, by the end of the day, you've forgotten all your vows, no? Very important to read them. Read them in the morning, read them again in the night, smile, relax, stop beating yourself, go to sleep. Yeah, that vow should not be last, it should be first. Yeah, it should be a vow. Yeah, I vow to be kind to myself. Okay? And if I'm kind to myself, will I hold hot coal in my hand? Take. You want this, you take. Be happy. Take. Give away whatever others want. Be happy. When you make others happy, you yourself become happy. Yeah? So drop this grasping. The more you grasp at things, at thoughts, at ideas, at I want this and I want that, you are tensed, you're stiff like this. And now you're saying I want peace and you want to have peace like this. And relax, no, if I relax it will go away from my hand. Do you see this? This is what is happening in life. You're holding on too tight to things. After walking the spiritual path, you might have just 1, 2, 3 things that you're like really holding on to. Figure it out. And these 1, 2, 3 things are those that are very strong for me. This I have to open my fist. Okay, what will I lose? Can I be strong? Just open my fist. Yeah, you recognize. Might be just one thing. But that one thing is really holding on to you. You are holding on to it, I should say. Yeah? You recognize that one attachment. Buddha has a better word for attachment. What does he call it? A better word. Fetter. What is fetter? It's like a chain that is holding you and you cannot go anywhere. You're bound by it. But chain लगाया किसने? Lock किसने लगाया? Who has put the lock of that chain? I. Who has the key? I have it in my own pocket. You get it? That is what is attachment. The key is in my own pocket. Yes, I have put that lock and I am suffering and I want to be free and I don't want to be free. Are you seeing this war inside you? Recognize. Yeah. Work. Careless attention, nahi, careful attention now. Work towards it. Yeah? But only you know what you have to work on. You figure it out. How? Yeah?
We did not go.
Yeah, so wholesome and unwholesome states you understood. I explained. So there are bhikkhus, wholesome and unwholesome states. Then there are blamable and blameless states. Yeah? You're not really blaming the state. Who is responsible for the fetter? It is me. Then inferior and superior states. What is an inferior state of mind? Gossip, hatred, anger, jealousy, competition. This is inferior state of mind. Even being attached to a loved one is an inferior state of mind. Any kind of attachment is an inferior state of mind. What is a superior state of mind? Loudly. Tranquility, equanimity, joy. Yeah, not attached to something, not joy because of, just joy. Purity, not purity because of something, just purity. Do you get it? These are the superior states. And dark and bright states, similar understanding, yeah, with their counterparts. Frequently giving careful attention to them will feed your factor of investigation. Clear? Okay, next. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of energy and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of energy. There are bhikkhus, the element of arousal. Yeah. So in you only you have the potential to arouse a will to do something. Do you get it? In you only you can take the initiative to do something or not take the initiative to do something. So you have the element of arousal. You can go back. Element of arousal is arambha dhatu. Dhatu is element. And this is arambha actually. Arambha dhatu. Yeah. So you only have it in you to take initiative and do something or not take initiative. That is called arambha dhatu. Yeah. And similarly, you have the nikkamma dhatu, the element of endeavor. Endeavor. You know, have to get this done. Yeah. Either you generate it, it is in you, or you decide, no, I don't want to. Yeah. And the third one is Kama dhatu. That is the element of exertion. Yeah? Means energy at full intensity. When you decide, no, I'm going to really put a lot of energy in it. That is parakama dhatu. When you understand it, then you see, yeah, I have this element in me. When I'm very passionate about this particular job, then see how it comes up. Oh, this though I have to do. But if something is very boring for me, painting, you'll never get up only into it. Do you get it? Yeah. Clear? So, how will you arouse your energy? You only exert, you only figure it out. Oh, I have to take initiative to be interested in my own mind. I have to take the initiative to exert energy to see that I don't lose track. There should not be a blip in my mindfulness. No, no. This is my endeavor. I have to do this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that regulator to increase energy or reduce energy is inside me. Is this clear? Huh.
So, theoretically, I'm understanding what you meant.
Hmm.
But there is some part in me which still says, yes, this all makes sense, but there is something called as flow of life. Yes, effort will be put when it is needed, but irrespective of how much ever effort you put, if the flow doesn't define at that point, there is no use of beating it.
Yeah, but the flow has only directed you to come here. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Do you get it? So the flow is already there. But if it depends on you whether you get 35 out of 100 or 100 out of 100. Do you just pass or you get that much free will the flow gives you? It gives you this much room to move. Room to be good in your work or not. To be positive or negative. It gives you that much room because this is where we create karma, no? If this room was not there, I would not create bad karma or good karma. I would be like an animal just following nature's law. But it is not there. I have this much room to move. This wiggle room has been given to me. That is where you exert. Yeah. नहीं तो I would be like, क्यों सिखाना? तुम लोग पहुंच जाओगे. You will come to know one day or the other. You'll figure it out. Why should I come all the way from Germany? Yeah, we could be in Switzerland, enjoying. Nahin, na? You do the little exertion, the little endeavor. Yeah, because that little wiggle room has been given to us. But then you don't become feverish ki result. I should get the result. By the 9th day, I have to attain nirvana. That's a little too much. You're pushing it too far now. Do you get it? Yeah? So this wiggle room is how much effort I put, how much attention I put, how much interest I have in my own mind. Then of course, after that, my own effort determines the effect. You never know on the 9th day you could attain nirvana. Depends on your effort. Your own nature made you, your previous effort made you come here, and that person's careless attention to effort made him stay at home. You see, and from there different cause, effect comes up. You see, so in every little place, every little node of cause and effect, I have a little wiggle room. And I can decide this way or that way. This way or that way. I'm not deciding, my effort or non-effort is deciding.
I'm only taking whether to do or not do, or effort or no effort.
Yes, yes. But that also has come from the previous Vandana composition, effort or non-effort, and that has come from the previous Vandana combination. So anyway, it is already chalked out, but still that little effort, even if I tell you now don't put effort, Vandana will put her effort. Do you see what I'm saying? Even if I had not read out this sutta, I had not done these suttas in the previous 10-day retreat, but you still put your effort. Are you seeing it? Yeah? So it is cause and effect, it is the flow, and still you think that even if I don't put the effort, the flow will work. Then that is the flow, not it not happening is the flow. Getting it?
So going back to your level of putting effort, right? Like 5 versus 100. So does that level of effort equal to how aware you are?
And it feeds into each other. The more effort you put in, the more aware you become. The more aware you become, automatically the more effort you put in. It feeds into each other. And a point will come when this will become habitual. Instead of the habit of anger and the habit of jealousy or the habit of ill will, this is your new habit. Better substitution, no? Get it? So it has to be a moment to moment to moment to moment to moment habit. It cannot be, oh, on a course I'm like that and outside of course I'm not like that. Doesn't work. Yeah?
Right now, when I am putting 100% effort, you mean to say that when me choosing to put 30% or 100% is also because of the flow from the previous thing? And so there is no free will at all right now for me to
Let it come as a realization, the way it has come to her as a realization. Don't try to understand it intellectually, you'll forget it by tomorrow. No point. How many times have I discussed this on the blog? It's not the first time. You've read it before, but it didn't register because it is not experiential for you. Anything that is not experiential for you does not stay with you. Have you noticed that? Yeah, that is why Buddha chose to do PhD in one subject. Leave all the other things out. Yeah? Till it is not my experience, I be very careful that I don't fake believe it. Yes? This came from her own experience and then her own thing and then his own thing, and that's how the whole topic started. But it is more experiential for them because they've been doing it a very, very long time. Yeah? You will also get there. What this is. Go back to the sutta. Go to the next. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of rapture and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of rapture. Rapture means joy. There are bhikkhus, things that are the basis for the enlightenment factor of rapture. Frequently giving careful attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of rapture and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of rapture. What are the things? Wholesome things. Yeah? All the time just focusing on wholesomeness brings joy. Like I gave you an example, go see the sun setting and its reflection in the water. It looks so beautiful. You're like, wow. That one moment of wow feels so light and pleasant in the body. That light, tingly feeling in the body itself is called rapture. Get it? Like that only when you focus on purity and keeping the mind very wholesome. Yeah? Again and again move away from negativity and just be in that purity. You're constantly in a state of rapture. It's very easy for people who are joyous. Yeah? Easiest thing for you, smile. That is the first thing I am teaching you. Again and again smile. That will be probably the first enlightenment factor that will develop. If you smile. Are you smiling a million times in 1 hour? It doesn't have to be a facial smile. Yeah? The mind needs to smile, the heart needs to smile. Yeah? Happy inside. Understood? Enlightenment factor of rapture. Okay. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of tranquility and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of tranquility. There are bhikkhus, tranquility of body, tranquility of mind. Frequently giving careful attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of tranquility and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of tranquility. So let's look at 61. So 1901. Kaya pasaddhi means what? Relaxing the whole body. Tranquility means what? Relaxing that whole body, moving from the unwholesome to a wholesome kind of feeling in the body and mind. How are you relaxing? Relaxing the meninges, smiling, yeah, and just being there with that happy feeling or wholesome feeling, staying with it. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not doing it, you have tomorrow's homework 10 million times tomorrow in the whole day. Yeah, very important to develop pasaddhi. The body has to become very tranquil, the mind has to become very tranquil. Very clear? Yeah, pasaddhi. So it is kaya pasaddhi, is tranquilizing of distress in the three mental aggregates, which is feeling, which is vedana, perception, which is sanya, and volitional formations, which is sankhara. Yeah, and volitional formations is nothing but the thoughts that are just coming up in you. Where are they coming from? Did you invite the thought? Please come. It just comes from somewhere. Yeah, those are those karma sanskaras or volitional formations. Volition is to will. I have only willed in the past and thought these things, and they've become impressions or formations and are sitting in my only unconscious mind. Volitional formations. Yeah, those are the sankharas or karma sanskaras, and then they come up. Yeah? So you have to tranquilize what? Three things. Feeling, perception is the story that I told you. She did this, then I did this, then this should have not happened. That is sanya. Yeah? And feeling is whatever bad feeling, unpleasant feeling that has come up. And the third is the thought, the first thought that came and brought that memory back to you. Yeah? You always say, no, I don't know from where this thought came. It came on its own. That is a volitional formation. Sankharas rising up to the surface. They were buried deep in my unconscious mind. Super clear? Okay. So how do you develop tranquility? Again and again, relaxing. Relaxing, smiling. Tranquility has a pleasant kind of sensation. Yeah? Equanimity? No sensation, no feeling. Absolutely quiet. So equanimity has no feeling. Tranquility has that pleasance of feeling. I'm helping you distinguish between the two. Okay. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of collectedness. We don't use the word concentration, we use collectedness. And for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of collectedness. There are bhikkhus, the sign of serenity, the sign of non-dispersal. It's just repetition. Means what? You will come to a point in quiet mind where it's very serene, quiet. Yeah? Means what? The mind is not dispersed, it's not scattered. There are no thoughts disturbing you, there are no feelings taking your attention away. There is no story, it's all collected and quiet, non-dispersed. Do you get it? When you recognize this sign, you have to give it more attention. By giving it more attention, the quietness stays, it stays, it stays, it stays. But if some other karma sanskara comes up, say of the beautiful, a sign of the beautiful, you are already working on your sign of serenity. What should you do to that sign of the beautiful? Relax. Just focus back on the sign of serenity, because now your object of meditation is this sign of serenity. Yes? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
But giving an attention to the tanha, usually whenever we put an attention or something, like it automatically drops by itself, isn't it? So isn't it like first it just shifts, like it's a quick shift, like you're there, it drops, coming back.
Yes, yes. So it'll come one after the other, no? If you realize it's a train of tanha, it's not one tanha. It's a train of tanha. Just focusing on that and just being with that serene feeling, that serene, quiet mind, and just being with it, not getting shaken. You will get shaken only by another sign of beautiful or sign of repulsive. It will come to disturb your thing. That is the attack of Mara. Its job is to disturb you. Relax, relax the mind and just smile, come back to the sign of serenity. Relax, come back to the sign of serenity. You might lose track because you're not used to this. But you're seeing how fine we are going, finer than we've done before. Yeah? So start chiseling the awareness. That is why relax more. If you have to sleep 8 hours, sleep 8, sleep 9. It's okay. But how much ever you meditate, that should be like 100% attention. Do you get it? That's why I'm not pushy about be here at this time. It's not military rule here. Yeah? You sleep, be 100% awake and aware when you come here to meditate, and meditate with interest in your own self, interest in your own mind. I really wonder how you can not be interested in something like this. This is so scientific, you can actually see it. Nobody described it in any other scripture for us. This is the way to get to samadhi. It's point blank given. Signs are there. You have to just follow them. Yeah? First, of course, sometimes one day, sometimes 2 days, a lot of hindrances come. I've fed them all my life. Right? So, craving, aversion, some guilt, some sloth, torpor, some doubt, these things will keep coming. It's okay. Relax, smile. I have to steer myself towards the wholesome states, away from the unwholesome states. Without suppression, by relaxing. Let go. Relax, 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 relax. Smile, smile, smile. By practicing the wholesome states, then the unwholesome states will not come up only. Clear? Last paragraph? Yeah.
So the sign of tanha, it's even before the thought, right? Because it's a sign.
It's a sign.
Thought coming.
Yeah, it's a sensation. It's like a feeling. Now, before you ask this question, there was sensation like that. And then the thought came, I want to ask this, and the body became stiff, and then you lifted your hand up. Did you notice the sequence? Yeah, so first that sensation came, then the thought came that I want to ask her this question. I'm telling you to start becoming aware of that sensation. You see that? We are working subtler and subtler and subtler. And what bhikkhus is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of equanimity, and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of equanimity. There are bhikkhus, things that are the basis for the enlightenment factor of equanimity. Frequently giving careful attention to them is the nutriment for the arising of the unarisen enlightenment factor of equanimity, and for the fulfillment by development of the arisen enlightenment factor of equanimity. What is the basis? Okay, describe what is equanimity
No bliss.
in words.
No sensation, no feeling.
Neither pleasant nor unpleasant. When I'm in that state, what happens to me? Oh, nothing is happening, nothing is happening. Forget it, let me break the sitting, let me go for a walk, let me go drink kombucha, let me go talk to Ekta, let me go to the restroom. You do this when you reach equanimity. Nothing is happening, no? Your mind is looking for something, drama at once. Either give me pleasant drama or give me unpleasant drama. Give me some drama. This is the highest, it's last, you know? Dekho. This is where you break your sitting.
If there is a chance today, we might have.
You must have done it, though I told you in the morning, tell your mind 5 minutes more. Why? Because I wanted you to sit a little longer in that equanimity. Nothing is happening. There's no pain in the body. There's no pleasant or pain in the mind. Everything is so quiet. Stay. Stay. Now, this is where you have to recognize. So now there is this absolute neither pleasant nor painful kind of quietness, and this something, this restlessness that once drama comes up. This you relax and you focus only on this. So how I explained it today? How did I explain it to you? I came up with the idea that it's a black screen. With your eyes closed, I think you see a black screen, or whichever white screen, whichever screen you see, and thoughts just come like that, no? They play on that screen and go. If you focus on the thought, you want to get up and go. Yeah, I'm saying focus on the black screen behind. This is just a passerby. You don't move your focus away from this. Your focus should stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Isko ignore. I don't care for you. I'm not interested in you. You knock 4 times, 5 times. 10th time you won't come up only. And now you're just there, just there, just there, just there. Equanimity is your key. Equanimity takes you to quiet mind. Quiet mind is a very high state. Do you get it? Yeah? So now you stay with this, your black screen or white screen or green screen, I don't know what you see. Super clear? Yeah? Work on this. We are going subtler and subtler. You're noticing? Yeah? The more effort you put, the subtler you will be able to go. Okay? So just as this body bhikkhu sustained by nutriment subsists in dependence on nutriment and does not subsist without nutriment, so too these 7 factors of enlightenment sustained by nutriment subsist in dependence on nutriment and do not subsist without nutriment. He's not there, but his instructions can help you to get to samadhi even today. You know? Start practicing. Yeah?